music they can be using at your tables at home. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com or use the command in our Twitch chat, !midnight for a clickable link. Hey, there's also something really cool where you could go to Spotify to listen to the music and watch your music videos on YouTube, or even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. We are back after a 3-week hiatus. We had a session, then the following week, 4 of us traveled to Chicago for Comic-Con. It was a wonderful con. It really was. It was really great. And then the Mario movie came out last week, so 3 of us went to go see that movie the day that it released as a friendly little activity.
I saw it as well, but without you. 4
of us went and saw the Mario movie last Wednesday, and we are back now for today's session. A reminder, in case you're not in our Discord, that every Wednesday that we have a session at 7 p.m. Eastern time until 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, in our Discord there is a live Q&A in which viewers or Discord members can come join us in Discord, ask questions live, and that's going to be that format until, you know, it doesn't work anymore. But you know, it was the first one will be going up on our YouTube channel next Tuesday, the day before the procedure counters, the day that the procedure counters VOD comes up as well. So it's a really good time. So I think it was like a pre-show. It is procedure encounters getting tucked instead of untucked, as you know. So that's a very specific reference for those of you who don't understand it. Isaac gets it. Isaac knows what I'm talking about. So how about we play some D&D, everybody?
Sure.
Y'all want to play some D&D?
It's been a while. Do we know how to play D&D? If only I didn't have a new set of dice that I got in Chicago.
Ooh. Yeah, we got. Ooh. Those are, I believe, Bloodstone. I think is what they are. Is what we found out.
Yeah.
And then mine are a pink agate, and then Isaac got some pink quartz. I also have some black obsidian dice as well. We're not going to say who it's from because they're not sponsoring us. But hey, speaking of dice, we're sponsored by Only Crits.
Yeah.
Use code LICKSOULS at checkout for a discount. But you know, grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we welcome you to our table, and we begin tonight's session of Prestige Encounters. And oh, wonderful. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
I see
our
goddess
Spotify,
of magic.
Our music player is not working at the moment, so let me get something else going on here that I was not prepared for at all, and we'll go from there. Let's
Technical difficulties.
At least it's happening in the beginning of the session and not right in the middle of like a climatic moment. Here we go. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we begin tonight's session of Prestige Encounters. And here to tell us what happened last week in their very own words is none other than Percy. Take it away.
After resting for the night, the workers arrived for the tower project. Not labourers, but mechanical bodies in formation, led by Lady Darthbine. She was dressed like this place was already tamed and asked us to escort her around. She wanted to know what we had learned about the tower. She spoke about reigniting its magic and how useful that would be to the Imperator. I told her plainly that I don't think we can recreate what happened here without something celestial. She mentioned that there might be another way, but disgusted, I chose to ignore her suggestion while putting on a friendly face. She also warned us about something in the woods, a parasite, she called it. One day, it would ruin the tower if we left it alone. They knew it was here and chose not to deal with it, so it became our job. Before she left, she confirmed Fane as our quartermaster and gave us an ivory chest as a health-warming gift. Inside was a black needle that hums. It mends and cleans clothes and armor until they looked perfect. When we were out of earshot, I pulled Diablo aside and told him what sat wrong in my gut. Lady Darthbine is looking for a way to repeat the past of this place. I tell him about how I'm worried if someone catches wind. If Emmeline catches wind of this, it'll send her into a spiral trying to copy it. I worry for her, and I hope this trip to Illnerya will do her some good. We went after the parasite, and Naoki turned into some kind of bird to scout it out, but they lost track of him after some time, and I'm not sure where he went, but the Oni pointed us west, so that's where we went, and we saw him in a tree waiting, scared of something, and that's when the creature awoke nearby. The fight was messy and short. It hit hard, and it managed to swallow Diablo, then Naoki. We kept the pressure on it. Evelyn and Renatus hit from range. Sinasha tore into it with her axe. I got in close when I could, and used my shadows to get us out of danger when needed. Naoki kept his spell going even from inside it, and his lightning spirit finished the job from within. Sinasha took its head at the end, and Diablo and Naoki climbed out alive, filthy and angry. We brought the body back and spoke with Fane about using what we could from it to reinforce the tower's broken sections, practical solutions for an unclean problem. We made plans to teleport back to Illnerya soon. Before we left, there were more signs that this place is still watching us. A drawing, a screaming girl that vanished, a feeling that we were being recorded and judged even when nobody is speaking.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, and that's where we left off. As you all start to your vision starts to settle as you have been teleported back to Illnerya, courtesy of Emmeline, the party wizard. The family of Oni are with you in tow, promising that you will return them back to their home city in the Elven lands to the south. To your memory, to your recollection, and as a review to the story overall, the city of Illnerya is a mega city. It is full of steam and gears. It takes about 2 weeks to travel from one side to another on foot. It is a city where the majority of civilization kind of coalesced and gathered during the Tears of Tumes to survive, and the rest of the area around it is vastly wilderness and the wilds overall. It's divided into 3 sections. Each one is governed by its own governor who make up the overall city council. There are a number of levels, from the top level, which is mostly aristocrats and the governing bodies, to the mercantile things, all the way down to what I believe we call gear bottom, cog bottom.
Cog bottom, yeah.
There we go. And where you teleport back with the circle is within the 2nd level near the College of Magic. While the city would normally, as a massive civilization, be full of brim and born life, much like New York, the city that never sleeps, it is eerily quiet. A dense fog hangs in the air. There is a lack of people about.
Why is it so empty here?
It's not normally this empty. Sorry, I've never been to Illnerya.
Maybe there's some kind of curfew, something new.
Well, I guess we're a lot closer to, issues in the world on this side of the continent. Maybe that has something to do with it.
I hope not.
DM, when we teleported, it was morning, right?
It was.
Okay, so I assume it's still morning. And there's no one really about, which is very odd.
Does anything seem off about the buildings and stuff around us?
So, gotta make a perception check.
Oh, wait. That is a... Oh my god, I'm scrolled all the way up. 14.
14. As you are looking around there, you notice that there are a number of doors on residential buildings that have a purple X across the door.
Publix. This is, I think they did this when a plague hit my town once, ages ago. It might be something similar, but like, if it's in Illnerya, that's bad. No, everyone lives quite close.
Was there not? I mean, there was talk about a plague before, right? But wasn't?
But I thought
the
we dealt with
corruption?
that.
I thought it was the corruption. So
The corruption was in Rubalon.
yeah, no, but sorry, out of character. Like there was a rumor about some kind of plague going through the city, but it was the plague impacting those who've been resurrected. So this seems different, right? Out of character.
You hear a whistle from the distance, and you see a member of the guard of the city heading towards you.
I'm not very good with the guards here.
Hello. Good day. Emlyn will kind of like reach her hand up and wave.
As you notice that he is
yeah.
wearing the Sunkeeper. You notice that he's wearing a mask similar to that of a raven, with a mesh eye holes, and it's very muffled when he speaks. You can make the words out clear. No citizens are allowed to do out on the streets.
We just got
Why?
here. I need to receive my severance package from the captain.
Severance packages are on hold. We must get you to a quarantine building immediately.
Are you talking
Okay.
about? Quarantine from what?
Your questions can be answered. Right now, you are at risk to yourselves and those around you. Plague has hit the city.
Right. Lead the way.
He will hand you masks to put on.
Does he hand Diablo one?
He'll kind of like, as he reaches out, he'll like kind of look at you and just continue to hand it, because like his brain has already started the task of handing you a mask. It's gonna get completed.
Assuming it's like some sort of cloth mask.
Mhm.
He just kind of throws it over his shoulder.
Diablo takes it, cuts a mouth hole and nose hole in it.
He'll take you to a lift, and a number of guards have also gathered around you, and you'll go down about 3 levels. Do you have any residences here at the city?
I do, yeah.
In the forest.
I have a small residence within the morgue. It's an in-house situation, you know.
Too far away.
That's fine. It's mostly just my work things. Anything personal that I care about, I usually try to, keep with me or somewhere super safe, not in my room.
What section of the city are we in right now?
Central.
Central, all right.
We'll take you
Yeah, I got
to
nothing
level
close
6.
by.
There's an empty dwelling. As he checks the list, then we can put you there. The owners unfortunately passed, but we did sterilize the place, so you may reside there until you receive further instruction.
Right.
And he does exactly that. You take the lift down to level 6 of the city, and you end up within a small stone kind of a place that looks like it was made of like scrap wood, and built with the stone as well. And you're registered in. We'll be by later with rations.
I
and
have
more
questions. Good. We need to know more because we can't stay here for long.
It is my understanding that we are not allowed to leave the city. Good.
Not yet.
Very well.
How long has this been happening?
the guards have left and have left you guys alone in the house at this point.
That's the Oni talking, right?
Yeah, that was the only talking.
Hmm.
Oh, this is a problem. You'd think with the separation from the lifts that they would have been able to isolate a plague relatively quickly.
You would be surprised.
You ain't from here. You don't know all the back alleys and secret passages we got through levels here.
I'm gonna say the city doesn't really make any sense to me. It really needs a goblin engineer's touch to really make it work.
Well, if you've ever had one of these fancy, delicious treats called a parfait, it's got a bunch of layers, right?
I've had a parfait.
Yeah, we've got whole cities like a bunch of parfaits mixed together. You got a different section of the city, but you need a train to go through the different sections, and then you need an elevator, a lift, that works like the spoon, where you get to dig into the parfait, go down to the bottom layer.
Gotta say you're really losing me on this metaphor, but keep going.
Hey, this metaphor makes perfect sense.
Okay.
If you can't understand it, you just need to let yourself reach a higher level of thought to understand the machinations of a parfait properly.
Oh my god.
So, does that mean that I can't go to the forest right now?
I'm
Not yet.
Unless we want to sneak out, I don't think we can go anywhere.
I mean, Diablo did mention there are back alleys, tunnels.
They're trying to constrain us to a layer of boring white yogurt.
We have
wanna
to
be
fight
in
our way through.
You
We
want
want to be in the syrupy, sweet candied fruit.
Okay.
I mean, I think we need to figure out what's happening here before we make any rash decisions, though.
I could try commune with Nexus, see if she has an idea what we could do.
At this point, you can commune with almost any god. Nexus is not blocking
Maybe.
the path.
True. But I feel like Nexus is
Yeah,
most
yeah.
likely. Percy will find a corner and then cast it's divination. That's the spell. So blah blah blah. The spell puts you in contact with a god. You ask one question about a specific goal event. Occur within 7 days. The DM offers a truthful reply, which might be a short phrase or collective rhyme. The spell doesn't account for circumstances that might change, such as casting of other spells. Blah blah blah. You can do this once per long rest, or there's like a 25% chance. The question I'm asking anyway is, how do we stop the lockdown in Illnerya?
Okay. Give me a moment to think about this one. I'm reading over divination right now.
I can
Get everyone
dig
to
it into-
wear masks, isolate for 7 days.
I thought it was 10 days.
They keep changing it. It's like 3 now.
Oh, wonderful.
Feels like it would be more of a 14 situation.
A few moments pass, and you hear a voice enter your head. Bide your time. Your journey begins with your next visitor.
Cheers, Nexus. She says, "Wait."
Mom said to wait.
She said, "Wait."
All right. Great.
Well, I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay. I mean, we don't have to, but
I mean, until we know what's really going on, do we want to rush ahead? It could be 5 minutes. It could be hours.
On the way
mean,
here, Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I could always transform and take a fly around the city.
Wouldn't that take like forever? Isn't it like massive?
It is so on foot, normal traveling speed, on foot. It takes 2 weeks to travel from the northwestern corner of the city to the southeastern corner of the city.
Maybe to a important part of the city. Clarification.
Oh, I mean,
Maybe check out the college.
That would we were close to the college, so that wouldn't be too difficult. Just make sure you stay away from any people. Observe from a distance.
Good.
What do we need to see? Ain't our goal to get out of here?
More like seeing what's going on. Like maybe seeing like if I can hear any chatter as to what may be going on between like the guards, or maybe the college could be a temporary hospital.
I mean, DM, as we were walking, did I see anything that would give me an inquiry of how severe this may be? Any bodies? Anything like that?
Go to make a medicine check for me.
And while she's doing that, were there any animals that we could see? Were there birds?
As you're looking back, there was a lack of animal life. A major part of it was, in fact, you saw a number of rats and other subterranean dwelling creatures, but that's really about it. And what did you give for your medicine check there, Chloe?
15.
15. From your medical knowledge as a medical examiner, your first thought would be, well, why didn't they just find like a proper cleric to do a restorative spell? But then as you go ahead and continue to think of this, like, this has to be a highly contagious disease in a city that is this close quartered. It had to spread like wildfire to the point where the clerics could not keep up with the rate of infection. They looking to use the power of their gods so many times within a day. So even if they did the maximum amount of people that they could with each passing day, it spread in this hive of population that quickly. So for the city to be shut down, them to be wearing protective gear, and then to be marking houses that are currently infected and be assigning you guys to a house that is empty that easily, it had to be quite a spread.
Therefore, maybe it's just better if we sit put. I mean, it can't get to us if we're locked up.
Bide our time for now. But we can't wait forever.
And I will say that the party does wait for at least a few hours, and then eventually there's a knock at the door.
Percy will open the door.
And that's how a vampire comes into your home. I'm kidding. Door opening, the same sort of raven-like mask. Steps in Matthias. I heard that the Veiled Vanguard had returned to our city. I have not seen you in some months. And there are many different faces as well.
Been quite some time.
You all remember him as Sergeant Matthias of the Sunkeepers. But looking at the insignia on his armor, he has been upgraded to lieutenant.
Loving the promotion. Great stuff.
A need for new leadership was in. We had a dire need for new leadership, I should say. The sickness that has overtaken the city has been quite.
Terrible.
Yes.
Well, we just got here. We just teleported here even. We didn't even walk through the city. So, I mean, we did just a little bit. But we're safe to talk to and you know, to be around if maybe you'd like to explain it to us a little bit, because we're all a bit confused.
Yeah, we were.
When did this start? What's really going on?
I apologize for the lack of knowledge that you may have received in advance. I thought to reach out to you, but for some reason, our clerics could not get a hold of you in a manner that I was aware of.
We were somewhere we couldn't be reached by traditional means.
I see. Well,
also, I'm Sanasha. You might have seen me a little bit when I was looking for the Vanguard, but I think we only talked maybe for 3 seconds because I wasn't. Anyways, don't worry about it.
I won't. I am Lieutenant Matthias of the Sunkeepers, and I previously have utilized the profound talent of the Veiled Vanguard to take care of a mass annihilator of life, we'll say, throughout the city, known as the Architect.
It was a pleasure to take care of her. I can tell you that.
She had gorgeous eyes.
See before us is what we have called the Brimstone Box.
Brimstone Box. Now, people wouldn't happen to be burning up, literally, would they?
In a way, but the way that it seems to have happened is that the first sign is black pustules form on the surface of the skin, in particular around the throat and face of the afflicted. Those begin to turn into a very high fever, of which they begin to burn, and the skin itself turns ashen and begins to peel off of the afflicted like a log going out.
Sorry, DM. Does this sound familiar to any of us? Have we ever experienced this kind of plague before?
The only plague that you really experienced was the corruption, and that was described as like cracks of red light beneath the skin.
When did this start?
A little more than 2 weeks ago.
How do you get it? How's it passed along?
We know nothing other than proximity to an afflicted. We do not know if it's airborne, if it's through touch. We had to go into state of emergency and shut down the city immediately, and even then it spread too quickly.
Who's working on it?
The college and the Alchemist Guild. Anyone that is currently living. The final
Do you
stage,
know where it originated?
I do not. The first reported cases came from those working in Cogbottom within the deep underreaches of the city. I will say that the final stage of the sickness is that they literally burn out. A purple flame erupts from the pustules, leaving a hollowed shell of carbonated flesh, in which it cracks open, black soot spreads, and we believe that this is where infection might come from, much like the spores of a fungus.
So, does anyone potentially have the belief this was something they encountered in the Underdark? An ancient plague or curse?
If I were being honest, our priority and the first what we've had to do is confine it to the city. A lot of lives were lost in the process. We have not had the time nor the resources to investigate from a wide net.
And this is still spreading despite your best efforts to isolate.
We have raised wards around the city, at least. So,
DM.
Yeah.
Is 2 weeks ago anything monumental to us, by the way? Does that concur with any of the events that took place?
I mean, when all is said and done, Contrast was around 2 weeks ago, but you don't know if that's correlated. Because you were told that he himself was confined to the city of Trailworm. Sorry.
Yeah,
And it's the Cyrodiil.
And this doesn't correlate with the time period of which the obelisk and the barrier were no. So I guess not just trying to figure out if this is one of the primeval terrors influence potentially. It feels like this is something that's more than just medical or magical. I mean, if we can, somebody can find the root source, we may be able to stop it. If it's a curse from something ancient, then destroying it. I mean, I wasn't there, but there was a plague spreading through Revelon that was spreading from an entity that was trapped beneath the city, something that was feeding a corrupting presence out into the city. That's all I know. But if there's something similar happening here, just waiting is going to just make it worse.
Well, I came here to enlist your help. We do not have the resources to investigate where this is coming from, although we believe that there is a source of the sickness somewhere, as it is magical and not anything that we have seen so far within this world. This unfortunate part is, as civilization lives closer in proximity to one another, sickness can also spread like a fire across the dry wood.
So do you have any clues as to where this source might be? I mean, you said it was down deep in Cogbottom, so...
That is the only lead I have at the moment. I was able to procure some protective gear for you. And this, he hands you a scroll. This gives you the ability to move freely about the city under the title of Deputized Sunkeeper.
Do we get a badge?
You don't get a badge. Are any of you healers by chance? I will let you know that once infected, it will need to be eradicated from that person rather quickly. They do not have long. Keep your healing spells ready while you're investigating.
Now,
Like
what type
like
of
any healing,
protective? Sorry.
any healing spells or
Probably a
the third
restoration
one?
of some sort.
Restoration?
Greater restoration.
Lesser restoration is what I'm going with.
What is
Could
it?
be either.
That's what you get from me.
Now, what type
Disease,
of
so.
protective gear are we going to be using here?
I assume better masks.
They are
Better.
essentially plague doctor mask, except not such a long beak.
Looks like
Okay.
eucalyptus.
I think it was like N95 mask if you want with goggles in the shape of a bird head.
I like that design. It's
That's fun.
Emmeline's loving it.
What time of day is it, by the way?
It is afternoon at this point because you wait for a few hours and you arrive here in the morning. And I will add one last detail. I apologize for the soot along the buildings in advance. We had to resort to mass burnings, cremations.
Did they at least wait for them to die, or are you burning those who are sick before they reach the final stage?
So as he was saying his last sentence, he was kind of turning towards the door, and he puts his hand on the door handle. And as you're asking that question, he turns back and looks. We have done what we needed to do to keep the city safe. And with that, he opens the door and closes it behind him.
I don't like that answer.
I mean, it's surely it's not easy, and surely they tried everything before that. You know.
Means they're killing people before they reach the stage where they believe they're contagious, Emily.
They will inevitably become contagious. I'm sure they don't even really know what's going on. You ever get so sick that you feel delirious? Maybe that's what's going on. That's what we could hope for.
I just worry that they could be investing their resources in finding the source instead of in rounding up the sick, but...
Well, that's why we're here. So,
That's why. She looks at
except
the...
for you, Oni.
Yeah, the Oni family. So, we would recommend you stay here to protect your child.
We go from one crisis to another. We will stay here until this is dealt with appropriately.
Good. I mean, this is what we do.
Do we already have the masks?
They provided it to you along with 7 days worth of rations each.
Nice. Adding that.
Perfect.
Great. Emmeline will strap hers on and head on outside to peruse around a little bit.
Sinatra will look at the healers. We fought earlier in the day, but did we take a long? We didn't take a long rest. We fought and then teleported.
You can wait until morning before you head out, or you can head out now. But everybody should be fully healed at this point.
Okay. I did not. Yeah, I guess I didn't do that in there. No,
I mean, I'm fine.
as long as you have your spells.
Well, I have more than just my spells, and he'll gesture over to the Staff of Moonlight.
I don't know if my spell's strong enough.
Granted, he didn't say if it was affected by the lesser restoration, but if not, do you have any diamonds, Percy?
No.
No.
I used all mine.
We can see through that. There might still be. Well, the Mage's College is still operational. As deputies, we can enter there and secure diamonds.
True. Well, Naoki will strap on his bird mask and walk out with Emlyn.
Are we all coming?
Yeah, I think so.
Did we, just confirming, are we just at max health, or did we take a long rest?
You
We
can have a long
teleported?
rest if you so
Okay.
choose. But this
Yeah.
would be a long rest that you took prior to arriving to Illnerya.
Okay, yeah, that would make more sense. Good. Thank you. Yeah, so we all head out. Masks on.
Now, I figure we can just pretty much go straight shot into Cogbottom, identify the problem, eliminate the source, the problem, and come back up, get my severance, and drop off the guests at their destination.
Wasn't Valerie from here?
Yes.
I don't know enough about what's going on there, but you keep carrying her around. Would it not be good to leave her with her family?
It's a very complicated question to be
Okay.
asked. She didn't get along with all of her family necessarily, if that makes sense, to put it nicely.
I mean, seems to be par for the course for adventures, but family's family.
I don't know. I have no answer for you on that right now.
Oh, first let's live. Suppose we're not getting anywhere unless we save the city.
This is true.
So do we go to the Mages College first to see if they can give us some supplies?
Do we need...
Diamonds.
Was this a conversation? Okay. I must have missed this, but we could. Yeah.
Just a last resort in case lesser restoration does nothing against this.
Yeah.
But greater restoration takes a lot of power, so we have to use it wisely.
Yeah, well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, right? We're in the same district as the Mages College DM, so it shouldn't be that difficult if we take some lifts to get up there.
Nope, not difficult at all. So the party goes into the lifts and heads back up to the second level, which they find the Illnerya College of Magic. You walk in, it's very quiet. A gargoyle speaks from a pedestal above. And who enters the college at this dark hour?
We are deputized Sunkeepers. We've come to the Mages College for potentially for information, and we are looking to purchase resources. Shows the scroll. The letter, whatever.
You shall be allowed entry, but beware, beware, the halls are very quiet this time.
Okay. That's... Alright.
They'll allow you to pass through,
Understood.
and barrier retracting.
That is the most dramatic door I've ever been through.
Not many doors have personalities. I will tell you that much. Emmeline, during this process, is still like keeping her head down. She's relatively... She's trying to be as unassuming as possible, given her outfit, given the group, given everything. Yeah, it's yeah.
Masks on though, at least.
Yeah, but she's still like, even with the mask on, she's still kind of got her hat down. It's just habit for her.
Here, Emmeline, do you want this? And he'll hand her his umbrella.
I'm all right. I'm all right. Maybe don't say that, my name.
Why?
Gosh, guys. There's some bad blood here. There's some bad blood.
I mean, if that's what you want, Evelyn, we'll stop saying your name.
Okay, Ellie, let's go.
Okay.
Ellie. The party enters into the Mage Guild here within the city of Illnerya. It's very quiet. You see a number of, and there are two large rooms to the left and right that are on both sides of the walkway. And you see a number of tables with mages examining different bodies that have been afflicted by the plague, wearing the protective gear. They have barriers around the area, and they are continuing to examine these bodies as you walk up to the commissary, I guess is one thing to call it.
See if you remember the character voice that you did.
Well, it's going to be a different character, of course.
Oh no, the cranky old person who used to work there passed away.
Behind the counter is a gnomish man, very pointed nose, small spectacles on the end of it. He is wearing a robe of dark silver with turquoise inlays and runes to it. And what do we have here? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 adventurers that are at my window in such a dire time. How may I help you today?
Okay, you know what you were looking for?
Yes, I would like some diamonds for purely medical purposes.
Do you have clearance to be in such a place today? This seems to be given to you by the lieutenant himself. That's very interesting that you would hire such hooligans, I will say, out of the kindness of my heart. But you need diamonds.
Even diamond dust works.
For medical purposes. What medical purposes? I have to know for the sake of the paperwork, if that's what you're going to be asking me.
It is the higher restoration spell that is typically kept with the temples.
I'm assuming purification of disease.
Look, my good sir, we're on very important business here trying to help cure the city, and we don't particularly have time to be dilly-dallying about. If you're not going to give us the diamonds, just tell us now. And he's going to, like, fash the teeth while he's saying this. Make sure to get full fang in there. You know, we're being very quick.
Check.
Oh, shit.
Intimidation?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 21.
Good lord.
Oh my, I did not know that you were in such serious business. We are very busy as all, and resources are
So are we.
scarce. So I apologize for trying to make sure that they do not go unaccounted for.
We're going to try to clear up the source of this if we can find that. The Sunkeepers don't have the resources, so they've enlisted hooligans to try and fix it.
No, I mean, I don't like the sound of hooligans. I think we're more the ones who are able to handle it. Ain't that right?
Well, we shall certainly see what I have. If you just give me one moment, I appreciate it.
What kind, gentlemen?
This is where Valerie would look for something to steal, but not steal it.
Well, you know, and it's funny that you bring that up. It's so interesting that you bring that up because as Emmeline is kind of looking around, waiting for this, the helper to get the help item, Is there anything that's just lying around that looks interesting? Maybe a scroll, maybe a potion, something that's maybe just accidentally put something down, walked away. It happens all the time.
So as he walks away, you quickly look around and you see that there is a random box that it has a lid on it that you may be able to reach in and open the lid, quickly grab something out of at random if you so chose.
I would like to do that while also checking and looking behind me for the gargoyle.
Make a sleight of hand check.
On it. Oh no. Oh, I'm nervous. All right, okay.
14.
14?
Could be worse.
Okay.
It could be worse. Uh-huh.
Oh, he's rolling dice.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ready to roll initiative?
Oh no.
You know what? We're gonna break in the obsidian die for this roll.
I'm so scared.
Okay.
Couldn't help myself.
One more little roll. So you reach in and you pull out a random potion bottle.
Great. Sweet. Go ahead and put that in the bag of holding. I guess just slip that on in a pocket.
He comes back. I have the diamonds that we have available to be sparing right now. Unfortunately, we are only able to make part with 3.
That's good enough.
It will have to be, unfortunately.
Do we want to buy all 3?
Well, better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them.
This is true. How much is it per diamond?
Normally they would be 100 gold, but since you are helping the fair city, we can part with them for 75 each.
It's not bad. That's not bad. I can do that pretty easily. What is that, 225? Yeah.
That would in fact be 225. Are you gonna buy all 3?
Yes. I think we are.
Then a skull suddenly appears out of nowhere and consumes them.
Oh gosh.
Oh god. It is around here.
He was connected. He was connected to Valerie.
True.
So when Valerie died, that problem died with her. Anyway, I'm itching to get out of here, so I'm gonna go ahead and step outside. If there's anything you guys have to finish up here.
May I ask where your investigations will take you next as you're looking into this?
Talk about him.
Without knowing anything.
Do you have any information that might be helpful or know someone who might?
I highly recommend that you go to the Alchemist Guild. There may be someone that we've had working on a cure that may know something for you to look for while you're out looking for clues of the source for such a sickness.
Very helpful.
Thank you.
Of course.
Sinasha leaves a gold as a tip.
Very well.
She has no smaller change. Still.
Figures.
okay, Emily?
Figures.
Yeah, just tipping 20s because she doesn't bring anything smaller.
So where does the party head next?
I'm assuming that the Alchemists Guild is like really close.
It is.
Could head there next. Just pop in. As we're walking, could I... let me check on this spell here before I ask this of you to make sure that this is indeed the correct spell in which I need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could I detect magic on the potion that I got?
Yeah. Are you gonna use the spell slot? Or are you gonna try to sit down and sit for 10 minutes to ritual cast it?
We're just gonna use a spell slot because we're walking, you know.
Yeah, so this is a potion of speed. It grants the haste effect for 1 minute without concentration and does not give the effect of the exhaustion or the what is it, lethargy,
Yeah.
after it ends. So it's a rare potion. It's actually quite good.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is sweet. And she'll just pocket it again. She won't bring it up. She's just mental knowledge.
So weird being here in the city with you all.
Think so?
Well, last time I was here, I was looking for you.
I mean, if you kept going on the outskirts of the city, you would have found me chained up in a house.
Oh, you were already gone. I got here tonight.
Like, chained up because you were arrested, or chained up because it was something
He
else?
was a prisoner to that architect that the lieutenant mentioned.
I think she wanted to experiment on me.
You know, I dragged her face across the floor.
I do remember that.
It's so weird hearing about the adventures I didn't go on.
I will say, having traveled, this is not my favorite city anymore. I think, the design, because you have to pay a fee. Think about this. Vestorum, I know we're not huge on it. I know we're not loving the area. But I'm kind of missing it. I'm kind of missing being there.
D'Artagnac's a much better city than either of these.
To each their own.
These places are old and stagnant, and I'm from a town full of ingenuity.
I think that storm's among my bottom 6.
I expected that.
What are the other 5?
The rest of the cities inside of the Sangesian Empire.
Oh, you have
Does
like
that include the Warden's Spire or not?
Well, it's not exactly a city.
Not yet.
Might be
Yet.
one day.
Maybe if you do something really nice for Nexus, Percy, you could ask her to just remove the clouds from half of the island, and then that way it could be half more acceptable to Diablo. Thoughts?
I don't think Nexus
Maybe.
would do that.
You never know. If you're her favorite, that's how it works, right?
Are you her favorite?
I don't think so. I mean,
I think you're her favorite.
I don't think I'm a favorite.
I mean, you are.
She's
Are
probably
cute.
had
He's probably just got a
followers
crush on
for,
you,
like,
you know.
thousands of years, and I've been like a follower for what, a week, and I'm the favorite. Yeah, that's
You never know.
guys. Come on,
You gotta
guys,
have the
come on.
confidence.
Let's
Person, you gotta
Let's be
build it within
confident. Let's be
yourself.
delusional, though. Like,
That's
Not
why I
many
don't
times-
follow.
go for it. I hope I'm the favorite. That'd be lovely, but I'm just being real here.
You know,
I
maybe
definitely
we can,
think
like-
you're higher up because you talk to the High Stellar a lot, and she's not exactly someone that comes out.
I like that. Look, all I know is Nexus responds more than Tora ever did, and that's all I need.
I kind of wish the High Stellar would come out. What?
What?
Come out for a drink? Oh, me too.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
At this point, the party will reach the Alchemist Guild with uncanny timing. As you walk in, there is a checkered pattern of black and white marble with a number of glass tubes winding across the ceiling as a message delivery system throughout the whole building. You approach the front desk, and there is behind a screen a dwarven man. He kind of like looks at you, raises his eyeglasses on, and it's like, and who might you be?
Naoki will mimic him. We are the Veiled Vanguard. Pointing through his mask, just kind of mirroring the same look at him.
I heard about someone named the Veiled Vanguard. Something about Gyardel going up in flames.
What's more important is that we are deputized sun keepers.
There's just let anybody be a sunkeeper these days, I see. Well, what do you
They
want?
only let the capable. Now, I'll let my friends speak.
Well, we just stopped by, the Mage's College. No big deal. We just stopped there and bought a couple things. They mentioned we should come and talk to you or someone in this building because apparently there is a cure being developed to the current problem. See, we're going to go down into Cog Bottom and get to the root of said problem. So it could be helpful to not only exchange information, maybe get a prototype of the cure, take it down there, see if it works, all that jazz.
I see. Well, let me see if Madame Sayora is ready or available to meet with you. How about that?
Great.
He writes a note on a piece of paper, rolls at it, just kind of glaring at you guys the whole time. Puts it in a glass tube, puts that in the glass tube, like a glass canister, and he puts that in the glass tube, and it gets whipped up and starts to go through the number of communication tubes that you see across the ceiling. And he's like, just tap it on his foot. Give him a moment.
Who's blowing on one end of the pipe to make it go that way?
Just one of the more talented people.
I don't know, that sounds like a pretty bad job to have.
Maybe they use magic, like a gust of wind.
It could be actually natural wind blowing fans causing the airflow. Just as a big city. Or it's probably magic.
I love the curiosity that we all have.
They also use a variety of machinery here, so it could be some kind of steam engine powering the fan.
You hear a as a glass canister comes back on the other side. He takes it, he unrolls it, he looks at it. She will see you in her lab.
Hey, where's your lab?
I
Do you need
guess
to-
I'll take you.
I was hoping you didn't have to submit a request to take us to our labs.
All right, come with me. He kind of hops off his stool, is hobbling back and forth. He's quite portly. Cannot give him a whole lot of mobility within his legs. Takes you down a long hallway where there's this really nice looking oak door, and he knocks. The door opens. A ghostly servant allows you in. You'll have to sanitize before you go in. Just walk in the door. It'll make sense once you get in.
Okay.
So you walk in and you're given you're in a small room. The door is closed and latched behind you. You walk into another room, and then this air kind of blows. It's basically prestidigitation runes around the room, and it kind of blows air on you. You guys get cleaned up real nicely, and then you're allowed into the actual chamber itself. You see that there are a number of vials along the walls, and other sorts of magical instruments and alchemical instruments, as a woman wearing a white lab coat that is kind of pinned one across the other, and she has goggles. She has wiry purple and gray hair that goes about, and the purple goes in a streak across, kind of as she afro, as she is a tan-skinned elf with pointy ears that have piercing goons up the side, and she looks at you. And are you, I understand, the Veiled Vanguard that has come to ask me about my research on the possible cure for the pox?
Possible cure, and if you have any information on the root of the disease, as we are here to investigate and potentially stop it at its source.
Of course. Well, it's not much use. Oh, she's writing in the book. It's not much use what a cure might do if the spread just continues to happen from whatever source it may be from. We have two problems at hand. Number one, the only kind of ingredient that I have found to be capable of eradicating the disease is, one, very volatile, two, hard to find. And the second problem that we have is, or rather, A, very volatile, B, hard to find, and two, the problem that we have when it comes to is we need to figure out where the source is coming from, where this sickness is originating from, and how it continues to spread throughout people. Obviously, I believe it is the soot that comes from a corpse when they burn out, but it had to come from somewhere, and it continues to come from that place. It doesn't matter how many people are cured.
So, you've come down to the quandary. So, the rumors were that it came from Cog Bottom, the workers in the mines down there, which I would surmise means it likely they came across something in the mines, likely something that had been locked away in the Underdark.
That's possible. I mean, the mines are closer to the Underdark than any other part of the city, and it kind of hit us from the bottom up. I would say.
I mean, there was a plague spread by an entity in Rebellion that spread from underneath its city. Just different effects, but the members of the Veiled Vanguard who predate my tenure might know a little bit more about the nature of that, but my concern is it might be something that was locked away, something that was impacted, and you've only now discovered it, but potentially freed during the Tears of Tumas.
All I know is that the source of the sickness is not from here, so I believe that there could be a possible disease spreading demon of sorts at the bottom, a rift to another world, who something to say, but there's something that's definitely causing this.
Yeah,
and to be honest, my hopes are on the rift, because rifts and portals can be closed. Now, if this were a contract type of demon that's here to spread disease, my question is, who would be here making that contract to begin with?
Sinatra looks to the rest of the Veiled Vanguard. Wasn't there something, this architect you spoke of, wasn't there something about a rift or portal there as well?
I just remember killing the shit out of her.
I just remember joining up with them at that point and then going and doing that. I didn't really understand why we were doing that. I just knew we were doing that together. as a team. With
Was it
yeah.
meant for research destroyed already too?
Oh, who was she working with? What was she working with? I don't know. I mean, anything I've heard is just stories, rumors, or songs that get sung in taverns.
May I use my super big brain and my remembering spell to maybe get a hint from the DM on some of these questions? Like, was her gear destroyed? Did she have like a lab? Did we destroy it? I'm pretty sure she did, but I don't know if we destroyed it. I don't think so.
Pretty sure that the Sunkeepers said they'd go down there and clean it up.
Yeah, but did
did.
they?
That's what they
That's the
said.
question.
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
Well, and okay, I add a character again because there's a couple people who actually were there for the original encounter where Naoki was found. There was, or the original encounter, there was the creature that came in and out of the blood that seemed to come out of nowhere, and there was a talk about was there not a talk of one of the demon princes potentially interfering in that? If we go back to
Because there was that girl who was locked up who wasn't actually a little girl.
Yeah, who we did not kill.
Now, I will say this is an open book quiz, so if you all need to look at your notes, you're welcome to. As the party is sorry, Madame Asiora will continue to speak. Now, the possible cure that I found is from the Frostveil mycelium that is found deep within the Underdog itself.
No, but that's that.
Now, if you would all gather around my table and observe, she'll like kind of focus her goggles. She'll from a habitat take out a small city rat that you've seen around the city and put it on the table. Now, you see the way that this disease spreads, and she'll take from a stoppered vial that has like a rubber seal on top, a syringe, and take some out from this like black liquid, and she'll inject it into the rat. The rat begins to cough, and black pustules begin to spread. As it's within this glass box that she kind of has like these gloves hands in, and eventually it'll start to you watch as its fur starts to fall off and its skin begins to flake and float like ashes from a fire. Now, I have here some pulverized mycelium that I mentioned previously, and she'll take it and put it into the rat, and it begins to fade. The pustules begin to recede. The symptoms begin to fade itself. However, the problem is this part. You watch as the rat begins to convulse, and from its skin, crystal begins to spread and eventually just becomes a glass sculpture of a rat.
It's so quick.
Old?
I don't have the exact dosage figured out, but did you see what happened? Right before it turned into a crystal sculpture, and she'll go add the crystal sculpture to a very big shelf full of them in her office.
The remission of symptoms, or the vocal cry that it made?
The remission is let's focus less on the sounds that it made, but more so the remission of the symptoms.
Okay.
This fungi definitely targets the disease, but use too much of it and they don't balance each other out. And the Frostveil mycelium, which is very dangerous to encounter in the Underdog, does what it was evolved to do: defend and turn more into its surface to grow on.
Is there a way to reverse that bit? The crystallization, I guess?
I mean, since it's a small creature, it spreads very quickly. But before it fully crystallizes, a restorative spell would technically end it. One of the greater means, since it is a fungal infection that does this.
That would make getting a cure quite expensive, though, because you would need to come in and have diamond to make sure, and someone who could cast that to make sure you don't turn into crystal. Maybe, is there any kind of other fungus in the Underdark? Maybe one with, not opposite properties, but adjacent? Maybe not a fire fungi, but I don't know much about alchemy. I think you know what I'm trying to say, though. Forgive me for my blunders. It may be something to add into it.
I think that there could be some sort of catalyst to delay the reaction, or rather the effectiveness of the fungal agent that we are using. But so far, I don't know what that exactly is. But we are very close to cure, but this cure does not matter if this source still exists.
When I've been in the wastes and whatnot, living rough, as it may be called, I've noticed there's some animals that would eat things that are considered poisonous, but they're fine because that's what they eat all the time. You reckon there's something down there that might eat these fungus? Maybe we could use some from that.
There are, from what I've heard, people who have made their homes in the Underdark, or other civilizations of people, but we generally do not interact, and nor do we see them often.
Right.
Well, if we see them, we can ask, and we could definitely exchange information. Would I be the process with the fungi? You just take it as it is and pulverize it a bit? Is there any addition? Because maybe while I'm down there, I could attempt to do some of the mixtures on my own and see if anything works.
I will supply you with this, and I will need this back when you complete the job. She'll give you a bag of holding. If you are able to fill this up with as much fungus as you can harvest, but carefully though, as it can infect you during the harvesting period and is very difficult to find. And bring it back here, we can use it to make quite a bit of antidote, or rather cure, for the pox. But, as I said, we will need to know what sort of agent we can add to it to delay the reaction, and while also simultaneously handling the source of the sickness prior to this antidote being made, or rather, cure. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. I believe. I'm not as well versed, but I'm getting the gist. So I will collect as much as I can find.
The bacteria of which the pox spreads is quite interesting. Through my studies, there has been a strong smell of rotten eggs and brimstone. I do believe that this may be demonic in its origin, of course.
Probably a low pH too.
It's more basic than it is acidic.
Okay. I was not prepared for that, sir. Well, I feel a little more prepared. I don't know about the rest of you.
We know something, and demonic. So can anyone think of anything about that first experience that might give us a hint? Do we go back to somewhere you'd been before?
We can always check that place out.
There was that hallway. Well, there were a lot of hallways and rooms. And was there writing? Tools? Books? All of it?
I mean, you don't happen to have any notes somebody took from that time? A journal or...
Oh! Here. And she'll go ahead
and then I know...
Valerie, by the way, would have extensive journal notes on her journal.
And I
Which
know
is
where to get to
good.
the Underdark.
Because the particular adventure we're referring to is before Emmeline.
Yeah, well, I will say Evelyn did low-key copy down a lot of this stuff from Valerie's journal into her own. She low-key stole some information.
Uh-oh. She wrote a whole bunch of really interesting poems about people.
She's got to remember. She holds on to those and cries. But, yeah. She'll
Okay.
search for that.
So I will say, as the party is starting to like look more into the past of what could possibly be linked to this plague spreading throughout the city of Illnerya, that is where we're going to take our mid-session break. So everybody, thank you so much for joining us so far. If you're just now joining us, however...
Oh, okay. I guess that's my time. If you're just now joining us, thank you for listening to our beautiful voices. You're probably listening to us on one of the many podcast networks, which is one of the many ways you can find Prestige Encounters, because we do release it on the podcast networks. But if you are just listening to our voice and you'd love to see our faces in a pre-recorded kind of fashion, we do re-release the live play of Prestige Encounters on YouTube every week. But preferably, we would love for you to join us live, and the best way to join us live is on the delightful Purple app at lichsouls.ttv, on TikTok. We do live play on YouTube and sometimes in other places, and so we'd love for you to join us. Come into some place you can have a chat with us, because we would love to have you engaging with us, and you can do some little things in the Purple app to like impact how the game goes, give healing potions and things like that. But if you're here for more than just listening to our D&D live play, we are part of a group of people who does streaming. Lich Souls, who's our dungeon master, is he is the actual streamer in this case, and we play a variety of games. Getting back into RuneScape 3, we play Nintendo games, we play Overwatch, we play Sea of Thieves. I'm sure I'm missing things, but we play lots of games, and we also have some of our own servers. If you do want to play with us, we have a Minecraft server, a 7 Days to Die server, and I'll always forget the third one. Huh? Valheim, not Valorant. We don't. One of us plays Valorant, but yeah, Valheim. Sorry, the one I actually play on. So play some games with us. We are a community of people who like to play together, and we'd love for you to join us.
Yeah, and just a reminder, everybody, that we do have a new stream schedule that we unveiled this past weekend. Mondays are Nintendo and our Minecraft server. Tuesdays are Overwatch Ranked and RuneScape Social Hour. Wednesdays is Prestige Encounters. Hi, how you doing? Thursdays is Terror Thursdays, which is Dead by Daylight for open lobbies where you can come survive or die, doesn't matter. And then Fridays are going to be the wild card. It is only a stream that is dependent on the social plans for that weekend. And then Sunday is Sailing to the Rainbow Road, where we play Sea of Thieves starting in the early afternoon for our European friends in the server that might want to join. And that is followed by Mario Kart World, where we can race each other for a couple hours, have a lot of fun. So it's a great time. We're going to go ahead and take this time to refresh ourselves, however, and we'll see you all real soon. And welcome back, everyone. So where we last left off, the party was at the Alchemist Guild. We're calling on some memories to see if anything that they did previously might be relating to this plague that's overtaken the city of Illnerya while they were gone. With that, what would you like to do?
Well, I mean, I think we've learned all we can. We head down to Cog Bottom and investigate from there.
While we head down, you can read through this journal with me a little bit, at least these entries, and see if anything pops out to either of us.
Oh, wow. That's very nice. Is this? It's not your handwriting.
No, this is Valerie's journal.
part of that page doesn't make any sense. What language is that?
Oh, that one? That's Abyssal?
No. It's... Sasha kind of looks at it. It doesn't look like any language she would recognize. I don't understand that. Anyways.
Do I recognize it?
That's good.
I have comprehend languages, so if it's a language,
It is
I know it.
multiple languages, but it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
So, this looks like something about a little girl who they all tried to save.
Yeah, some kind of monstrosity. You can see a little picture there.
Ooh.
Very rough. Very rough.
Okay. So he fought some. She's very flowery. Talks a little bit about fighting some fleshy golems, and the goblin wizard lifted them up and just you all hit them because they couldn't do anything. Sorry, this is not relevant. But yeah.
Yeah. We want to look more on these pages here.
Yeah. What's this about? Yeah, Abyssal on the floor, stating this is the temple to Bilgarat, the Demon Prince of Madness.
I'm sure it was just like a, motto of theirs. Surely there's no way they meant it.
Well, I mean, if you think about it at the time, the gods and demon princes would have been locked away from interfering with the mortal plane. 2 weeks ago, the seal was broken.
I don't like how these things are lining up, but this does make sense.
Or it could be a red herring. She looks at Naoki and Diablo. Would you know how to find this place again? I mean, you were captured there, Naoki?
Yeah, I mean, with a little help, probably.
I remember it being in under a sewer, I believe. I mean, most of Cog Bottom is sewers that are bubbling and flowing anyway.
Okay, yeah. Something about spiders and... Okay, yeah. Interesting. Well, I mean, they said it was impacted by the miners, but maybe it wouldn't hurt to check on that place, see if we can find it again, see if maybe this demon prince is influencing the world. Maybe I'm wrong about it being related to the primeval terrors, or could be a different god. Do we know of any god who would spread like mycelium, like spores?
Maybe Cram would know? Or, oops.
Oh, I don't know if Cram knows anything anymore.
Maybe Percy would know?
I ain't got no idea about gods.
Would Percy know anything about God of spores and disease and stuff?
Make a religion check.
Come on, religion.
I do.
Nope.
Good lord.
Not one bit.
That was a natural 2.
Yes, sir.
I love how the cleric has a +0 to his religion. It's like my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, he's not a religious guy. He just follows a god. He doesn't know about any other
He's not a
religion.
He's like
cleric.
the
He's
most
literally-
religious.
He's like literally a champion of a god. He's not religious.
Yeah, but like he doesn't know about other
He doesn't
religions or
study
anything.
gods. Yeah.
He's not out here going, yes, the god of this is blah 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 blah. He doesn't know about that sort of stuff. He don't care.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair. I'm just messing with you.
I mean, could I also try to make that roll to see
Sure.
if I know what kind of...
Let the learned person do it.
Let me see here. Religion. 26.
Is that a natural 20?
Wow.
That's an 18. That was an 18.
She has
Oh my
+8.
God.
So, You're aware of like there is one god that specifically dealt with a kind of like mycelium type disease that you through the history. You grew up in Seeker's Rest. You know the story about Illnerya, how her curse took over Aspen and Aster's tribe and petrified them and turned to stone. It doesn't really apply to this sickness because to clarify, the sickness that is plaguing the city is like there's like soot that the cavities that are hauled out to being burned out let out. It is not a spore, it is not mycelium, it's not a fungus. The thing that counteracts it, that eats it, is the frost veiled mycelium, which is a fungus that grows within the Underdark like any other mushroom, but except this is one that has magical properties to it. Right. So Illnerya was defeated. And whether or not she has made a return, I mean, she could return, maybe, theoretically. But it doesn't seem to apply in this situation.
And after stating that to the group, I will add, I think what's written down here, this demonic, I suppose you could say that demon prince of madness, that might be something to consider as well. I think it's a good theory. And
his name is Blugarad.
Garad.
Call him Blue.
Yup. I think we're gonna work on that.
Blugarad.
Like a garage.
A garage, but garage. Blue garage.
Okay, that makes yeah, I got it now.
There we go.
Yep, clicking.
And then it looks like that the place where you guys found it was under the sewer.
Okay.
Yes.
It suggests here that you were there. But you came out. You came out.
I came out of it.
Yeah.
I came out of it. I didn't know. I don't know how to come in.
Prisoner there.
Yeah. I mean, so it really just we're gonna have to rely on Diablo here, and
as usual.
Yeah, I mean, Renatus could just lead the way. He has like photographic memory, doesn't he?
I don't think so. I think he's got a pretty bad lack of memory, if I can recall.
Can't be worse than mine.
In fact, Renatus cannot recall if he has a memory or not.
See, that's where the joke was. That's where. Yeah.
You keep setting them up, Emily, and I'll just keep knocking them down. That's okay.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll just feel it out when we get there. There's only so many ways to go.
All right. So go ahead and make a wisdom check for me, please, Diablo. See like how well you can recall this path, because it was a well hidden like laboratory that the architect did have.
All right. Four.
Okay, so the party moves to the bottom layer known as Cog Bottom, and it's just to remember there's like a polluted like created stream of water that flows down the middle with all like this welded together sheet metal and patchwork of buildings and cloth and stuff. It is completely empty from people walking around the streets, but you do see people occasionally peering out the windows at you all. A much heavier number of purple X's are on doors here. There's a heavy soot in the air, as the smell of burnt flesh is very strong here.
Interesting.
I would just like to watch my step, make sure I'm not, stepping in anything, anyone.
Absolutely. And with a rule of 4, Diablo, it's taking some time to find this place. In fact, you do find the entrance, but it takes you several hours based off of how hidden it was and how hard it may have been to find. Guy, did you have something?
Is there any sign of remnants of the Watchers, their compound, as we move through this area?
The Watchers do not appear to be present at this moment in time.
And this area seems to have been much more affected by the burning and purge, because obviously this is where the plague started. So,
well, it's closer to ground zero than anything else.
Now, assuming they get there after some hours.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Last time we came here, I'm pretty sure we relied on Daka's magic to locate it. That's all.
I think
The green one?
That's one way to say it.
I heard a little bit about him.
The green one.
I mean, I only met him once in passing.
Yeah. It's part of the group that got you out of there.
Are you sure you only met him once?
I mean, pretty much after we were done with the architect, he left to go fix up their friend that is part machine.
I think he was fully machined.
Didn't you die with him?
Die? Did I die with him? I don't think so.
Section about you all being found. Sorry, you still got Valerie's journal. She's reading through it. This whole section about you being. Wow, this is a long time ago. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It feels like it's been a couple of years.
I mean, I died with let me put on my glasses here. I died with let's see, Emmeline, Talia. Oh, he'll just kind of put the book down and his glasses away.
There was this. You met them on a surgical table, Emmeline?
Yes.
That's grim.
But it was also extremely fascinating because I've never really, unless I've put extreme amounts of work in, I've never had them set up on their own.
Yeah.
So.
Also, Valerie put quotations on marks around every time she put disguised self. You think that's a very good code?
No. No, but I think she was working with what she had.
Okay.
At a lot of this point, it is very late in the evening.
Now, you should check this out.
Check what out?
Or
He points to the entrance.
Yeah. I mean, I still feel pretty limber. I still got, some energy for my spell casting.
And just if you recall, the laboratory of the architect was within abandoned warehouses within Cogbottom.
There were two different locations we found, though, because there was
found
the
an
temple
altar.
and the laboratory.
The temple was in the mines,
Yeah.
in which you found the chandelier made of entrails and a severed head.
Yeah, there was
Behind a
also the
false wall.
temple. There was a temple of Blugerad, which wasn't the same as the laboratory we took on.
Yeah, the temple was found in the mines.
Yeah, so we need to delve into the mines. I don't
Do you
think
want to check out the laboratory?
Good.
Might as well, we're here.
Yeah.
All right.
As we're
I would
going,
I would. Oh,
through-
yeah. Sorry.
as we're going through, can I check the others for signs of infection from?
Oh.
the rot, the
Make a
workers,
medicine check.
yeah, that's the one.
In fact, I need everybody roll a D100 for me, please.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh no.
66.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll that medicine check.
96.
I don't know if
24
high or
is
low
fine.
is good. Plague mask, they do nothing.
And then a D100.
They do something.
26. It was a 24 on the medicine check.
All right. Thank you so much for the 24. So as you're examining, the percentile based off of how long it has taken you to look into this, you had a 10% chance of contracting this disease, and only one of you rolled within the percentile of 10%, and that would be Diablo. As you're looking over, you see that there is a very small black pustule on the back right delt of Diablo, on his rear delt, starting to appear.
As they're like going through, I'll wander next to Emmeline and kind of like pull her back a bit and be like, I need a second opinion. Look at Diablo there. Do you think he's got one of those little marks, those delts? You like point it out.
Let me see. Forgive me, Diablo. And she'll kind of like grab his shoulder and like move him so that she can see it in the light better, and kind of like just examine it. And, oh, yeah, yeah, that looks very similar to the ones that we saw on the rat display.
So these masks are worthless?
I wouldn't say so.
I don't think
I
they're
feel fine.
worthless.
So,
Hmm. What do I need to do?
yeah, I'd like
Right,
to not turn into a pile of ash.
I'm trying to remember if we need to just greater restoration you, or if we need to inject you with the
I'm gonna
fungus.
try a lesser restoration first and see what happens.
Can you do the description of lesser restoration for me, please?
You touch a creature and end one condition: blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. And I'm in the poisoned condition.
Could you read the description of greater restoration for me, please?
Sure can do. You touch a... Oh my god, this one's massive. You touch a creature and magically remove one of the effects from it. One exhaustion level, the charmed or petrified condition, a curse, including the target's attunement to a cursed magic item, any reduction to the target's ability scores, or any reduction to the target's maximum hit points.
I could have sworn that one of the spells specifically mentioned diseases at one point.
I think so. I think, yeah, the old wording of lesser restoration has disease as one of the things that you can end.
I presumed it was grouped in with poison nowadays. I'm not gonna lie, but
Oh
that
my
might be
God,
wrong.
how do you cure poison in 2024? Or disease?
Diseases have been replaced by the poison condition, or are classified as curses, and to be removed by remove curse.
Okay.
Oh, so lesser restoration cures the disease now?
So now it's just really up
Depends
Lesser
on how
to
the
restoration always
disease
did.
is made. It's either a curse or it is a poison condition. In this case, this is a demonic one. It would be a curse.
Okay, so they lied to us about healing.
A restorative spell, greater restoration is a restorative spell.
I will also
So
point out.
lesser restoration.
I'll also point out that the body is technically being turned into a crystallized form of petrification. So greater restoration if you use the spore.
No, that's
I think you're getting
that's the
I think you're getting the
No, but what I'm suggesting is we use the spores as the cure, and the reason greater restoration works in that case is it's changing you into a crystalline form, which is a form of petrification. So greater restoration after using the cure would save your life.
So that's the proper technique for now.
That would be my assumption.
technique.
Anyway, I tried lesser restoration, and I'm gonna presume it didn't work.
It did not.
Unless somebody has the remove curse spell, which
would I be able to assume that I would need to do a remove curse instead?
Did we bust up our diamonds?
Yeah, I'll say that, Josh.
Okay. Do I want to use my 5th level spell on this right now? How bad are you feeling, Diablo?
how long does this take? Did they let us know?
Still. Well, they said you gotta stop it in its early stages. That is a direct quote.
Is it minutes, hours, days?
Just be a mole.
Oh,
Actually.
I'd assume sooner would be fucking better. All right.
Just looks like a mole, actually. I think.
Hold
I
on,
think it's
hold on.
alarm.
Can we bust up the diamond to spread out its uses? I don't know. Does that work?
We got free 100.
That'll
Got
probably be as
one.
effective
Got
as
free 100 GP.
rationing your insulin there, Isaac.
No, I
Which
mean,
is the unfortunate reality.
does the spell require diamonds or diamond dust?
Diamond dust.
Diamond dust, you can make diamond dust by just crushing a diamond. It's pretty easy to crush a diamond.
Well, Sinasha?
Okay.
Crush it up.
Okay. Does anyone have a container I can crush it into? I don't want to lose any of it. I guess she takes like her food bowl and takes her smith's hammer and starts boom, 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 boom. It's crushing it, if that works.
I've
You need
never
to
seen a
roll 'em.
diamond get crushed in the process at all before, so
We did it in last campaign. I remember explicitly.
I'll say sure.
Normally you have a proper tool for it to get the proper powder, but
Don't you have jeweler's tools?
she is not a jeweler. She is leatherworker, carver, smith, and weaver. So she is using her smithing tools to smash.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Would forgery tools help?
Yeah.
Apparently, I can use forgery tools. That's
Yeah, you
weird.
gotta make.
You
a
tell
fake
the
fucking
diamonds a
license.
fuck.
Write an IOU to Percy's God. Value 1 diamond.
Are you gonna tell the diamond it's a ruby? Like what?
Alright. Anyway, am I casting it?
It's up to you.
You've got that, Naoki. That's all you. I'll save my spell slots.
Freak bitch.
You have remove curse?
And then
No, but Fury Restoration does the same thing.
So we're gonna.
Naoki will like scoop up the dust into his hands, like kind of like rubbing it in before administering it onto the wound, like blowing into it, casting greater restoration.
We established that greater restoration does not remove a curse.
Yeah,
It,
it
does, it
does.
says it says
It
it in
does.
its
Spell description.
rules.
Oh, never mind. I'm crazy. Never mind.
No, you're good.
Okay.
That was lesser.
Eight
That was
dust.
lesser.
How
Greater
you
restoration
feeling?
has been cast, and the postural fades away from Diablo's back.
Great.
Let's hope he's immune to it now.
You did it. You lived.
Yeah.
You did it. You
Fun.
lived.
Wait, he
Ah,
still looks-
that was
he still
fun.
looks a little purple. So.
Great.
Oh, Emlyn, come here and like pop this like little pastule and take the.
Yeah, I think I'll. No.
I'm all right.
Don't
I
you need
did
it for
try.
research?
Actually, well, no. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to find an infected body while we're, perusing around, and maybe I can kick-hawk something and like inject it into them. You know what I mean? To do science. I don't think it's smart to handle that and keep it on us. I don't have the best tools right now to keep that like sterile.
Burn it.
Burn him? That's all you, babe.
No. Burn whatever remnants of the disease. Anyways, it's fine. Let's go.
I am
Let's
very
explore.
curious to examine this laboratory. So once we get in there, I would just like to start digging around and use my big brain.
So we're going in the mines to check on the temple.
After, yeah.
So you guys open up the warehouse and you begin to walk into the foundry that was the architect's laboratory, where she used bodies to fuse with automatons to kind of create these abomination-like golems, in which she used Ornar's armor like body to attach it to a golem and attack you all with its power. Most of the machinery has been cleaned out. The place has been cleaned pretty well by the Sun Keepers of what you're seeing. And can I go ahead and get an investigation check from somebody, or by two people?
Can I
A
give
natural
guidance to whoever's
20,
doing that?
28, natural 20.
Give get a chance.
14 for Sinosha.
Her big
A little
brain.
less impressive there, Sanasha, but
That was actually, I rolled a 9, by the way.
the party begins to look around, and as you're looking, there is a doorway in which led to a smaller room, and you see that there is a figure with their back turned to you, wearing their hood
In the room?
in the room.
Does it look like an adult or a child?
An adult.
Hello?
Well, I was not expecting to see all of you here. In fact, actually, I was waiting for you. Turning around, wearing a pinstripe suit with narrow slit eyes and a forked tongue.
No.
Of course.
Who?
Is Contras.
What are you doing here? She flicks her axe on.
Oh, well, there's no need for that.
Oh, just wondering if you're going to send something for us to fight. I thought you were having trouble in Kiradel.
Well, I'm still there dealing with all sorts of things. Rather preparing for those things, I would say. But, it's all gonna be for the greater good, and I hope you all will see that very soon. However, it seems that our destinies are once more entwined with each other.
Did you cause this?
Of course not.
Was it one of your compatriots? Prince of Madness?
Oh,
Or
I
rather,
don't know what they're up to
competition.
these days. But you know that it is from the realm, and I could maybe, or perhaps already have, get a little bit of information for you. I could see what's being told through the network, what whispers are being made.
All right, thank you. Last time we did business with you, it really didn't go well, not only for our social standing, but our mental health. So respectfully, we're going to have to decline any business with you, and we're going to keep it moving.
Does she speak for everybody?
I speak for everybody. I say, when I hear my friends got their arm twisted by a deceiving thing like you, I'm gonna agree. We're not doing any business here.
He said that the last time he saw you was going to be the last time we saw you.
I am the
very good.
Lord of Deceit after all.
And how do we know you're not actually here?
But yet you see me, and yet I'm not here. You are 100% correct. But those of my caliber are going to be much more able to find you and speak to you. Now
She
that you
swings her
are
axe.
away. And as you, in mid-sentence, you swing your axe through the apparition and dissipates into a cloud.
That's what I like.
He was just bragging about shit we already know.
Yeah, we're going to figure it all out. We don't need his help. You know?
Says
We're very smart.
the gods will find us. Yeah, we got told that 10 times before we did this.
It felt really good.
You could ask Nexus if she knows maybe where it could specifically be.
Oh,
Maybe a hint.
If obviously not here, why don't we try that temple?
Diablo, just while everybody's deliberating, he's gonna. You said they removed most of the machinery. Did they remove the big test tubes?
Yes.
Okay. Never mind that.
Hey, here's
I'm
my
ready
old
to-
gel sail.
Oh, good memories, or I'm guessing not. All right. Great. Great. I'm ready to move.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh god. Okay. So is the party ready to move on to the mines?
Yes.
All right. So, not taking Contrast's assistance out, whatever deal he may have offered, you move on from this space, not finding much information as to what could be linked from these two events, if anything. And eventually, it like I was said, it is getting very late in the evening. Fitch is going to start turning over to the next day.
Are there any safe places for us to take a rest that we can find on the way?
We
Yep,
could
safe
just
place.
rest right outside of the mines, so that in the morning we're ready to go.
Oh, I mean, this area's been cleaned out. Why don't we just sleep in this horror show? But we know that the plague's not here, right? Or do we go back up and come down tomorrow morning?
Would
I
we
think we
be
keep going.
risking exhaustion if we kept going?
If you don't take a long rest between days, you will get one level of exhaustion. But no more than one level.
Well, I mean, we can always sleep here and just take some watches. You know, it's as desert as dead as it seems down here. If there's anybody down here, they might be aiming to take stuff from us.
Sounds good.
Sounds horrible, but let's give it a go.
Yeah, I ain't scared of living rough for a day if we're closer to what we need to be going to in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You would like to take first watch?
So, could I actually ritual cast Lehman's tiny hut with the assistance of the Staff of Moonlight?
You can.
So Naoki would just kind of like sit there, just kind of like tracing like what looks like to be a constellation into the ground before it reflects, and suddenly a mirror like shimmers and a hut appears. Ta-da! This is the hearth of the Mirror Grove.
Interesting.
Very nice. Quite impressive.
So, only creatures that Naoki allows can enter this hut. So, theoretically, watches would not technically be needed, but if you got, but the hut can be dispelled. Someone can use dispel magic on the hut if they wanted to. So, if you want to take watches, you may, just to be extra safe, or you may skip the watches and take a risk. Slight risk, but a risk.
We should take watches to be safe.
I will wake up for the last one. I'll wake up extra early and make sure we're safe as we wake up. For now, I am very tired.
Can
I will as well.
I can manage a few more hours a week, so I'll take the first watch.
Yeah, I mean, Sinasha still looks tense. Her axe is up. I can't sleep yet. I don't trust Contras isn't going to reappear.
He's full of it. He's so full of himself. I wouldn't worry too much about it. You know, unlike me, super smart. He's, you know, I'm going to bed.
Same. Good night. Greater restoration takes a lot out of me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Sinasha and Diablo, you're up. I need a perception check from one of you with advantage, or each of you has a straight roll separately.
You want to do separate or together?
What's your bonus?
Plus number 6, I think. Yeah, plus 6.
You got it with
Plus
advantage.
5.
Naoki, you're asleep.
Right, but with plus 5
Oh yeah, plus 5 from the thing.
for the roll.
Oh, well then that's 29. No, 30.
30, yeah, that's 30.
There you go. 30.
Yeah, I was looking. Yeah.
At the moment, the only thing that you see is the occasional rat running along the pipework. Some look infected, some look fine.
This isn't how I wanted to reminisce about the adventures that you all went on together.
Say, this is quite the nice break.
It was nice to see the sun. I didn't even think twice about it.
Yeah. You know, I told myself next time I came to this city, I'd see my teacher. But I don't think that's a good idea.
No? Why?
You see, my teacher, he's an old man at this point. Missing a leg. He owns a wrestling gym. It's a Golden Suns wrestling gym. My teacher is a man whose gimmick, the role he played, was the Golden Son of Drailworm.
It's quite the name.
Yeah. He's a Golden Dragonborn man.
Oh. I mean, kind of fell into the name, I guess.
Came up with it, yeah. I'm not sure how he'd feel about me right now. Even if I wasn't there.
Does he know why you do what you do? Why you go out into the world?
He does.
So he'd be disappointed that you didn't act on your desire for revenge?
I don't know. That's not really what I'm talking about.
No.
You know, my face was a secret that me and him were supposed to take to the grave. He was the only one that knew.
Oh. Right. You never took your mask off until it was to your advantage in that moment. Help manipulate the Blackshires.
Yeah.
Would you tell him
Would I tell him what?
that you did it?
I'm not sure I'm fixing to tell him anything right now. So long as our name, the name I made, means what it means, I'm not comfortable seeing him.
Well, you get a chance to prove yourself. You get to be the hero today if we can save this city.
Yeah.
She starts just sharpening the edge of her axe very gently to not wake people up. You ready?
For what?
In this life, whatever terrible thing we have to do next.
A few times when I've been not ready.
No. That's why you're in charge.
That's right.
And with that, it's going to be time to wake up the second watch, which I believe is Percy.
Yeah.
Just by himself.
Technically, Renatus will be up for the remaining 2 watches as well.
I mean, I can roleplay between myself and Renaz if you want.
So I'm just going to make a perception check, and we'll just continue on.
21.
21, nothing happens.
21.
Let's try to wake up
Good watch.
Emmeline and Naoki.
Gotta talk to yourself or your god.
So I just see points on that that's completely unrelated to the campaign. As the lighting currently is for you, Chloe, you kind of look like an elf in Lord of the Rings, how they have that glow.
Yeah.
Does anybody else see
Kinda
that?
does.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to point that out. Anyway, I think it's the
That's
white.
perfect.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but Naoki and Emily, it is your watch. I need a percentage check from each of you separately, or one of you with advantage. It is up to you.
Let's do separately.
Sure.
22.
An 8 plus 5.
Oh,
So
13.
27
period.
for Emily, 13 for Naoki. All right. You look out. Nothing appears to be happening at the moment.
You know what's crazy, Naoki?
What?
I used to think this city was the epitome of freedom for me. When I got here, when I moved here, it was all brand new. This big, huge city across the sea. You know, how exciting. And now that I'm back, which is kind of what I really wanted for a long time, I don't want to be here anymore. I know that Diablo doesn't agree, and I know a couple of our group might not. But I think I found my true home in the Sanguisian Empire.
I can agree with you. I mean, in a way that, I mean, when I first got introduced to this city, or rather, I was kidnapped, I was jailed, so I can relate with it being like a prison. I'd much rather just be in the woods away from the city, although I do like the alcohol they serve. But I do understand your point of like missing the Sanguisian Empire. In a way, I liked it too as well. Especially, I wanted to get to know the Grove there more.
Yeah, I feel that they had a really good reception to you. You brought a good happiness to them. Granted, they were unhappy for the right reasons, but you know, you're cheerful enough to make them smile.
Yeah, and
that
that Astra lady was, she's definitely a little bit more talkative than Aspen is.
Yeah, I'm still a little starstruck. Forgive my wording. But it, you know, and to know that she will just continue to live along us. She'll live longer than I will, probably.
Most likely. She'll probably live longer than pretty much everyone here. Maybe, wait, how long do vampires live for?
That's a great question. A really long time, I know that for sure. Could a rough guess? Can I throw it out there to the DM and get a yes or no? 800 years.
4.
How long a vampire can live?
Vampire. Dampier.
So as long as they They are immortal in
Forever?
the sense that they can die by certain types of wounds, but unless
Okay.
that condition is met, they will live forever.
Okay.
I think the term for that is functional immortality.
So technically, with this
They are
information,
functionally immortal.
Percy could live longer than Astra.
Interesting.
Yes, all of the outs except for Pudak, all of the the Seekers are immortal in one way. So some of them are mortally, like the functional immortal versus a god, but Astra is functionally immortal.
And Naoki, I have to ask, when did you pick up this bad habit of drinking so much? You know, I got the opportunity once to dissect someone who had their family had come home and found them unresponsive in the main area, in the main room. So they brought his body to, my family, and it was really quite fascinating. I was actually allowed to be brought into the room with my father, and he showed me the effects of extreme drinking in an individual for long periods of time. It might be different for tieflings. Granted, this was a human.
I mean, in a way, we're not too far off from humans, granted our skin and then our horns and tails, but effectively we're still somewhat human. At least I like to believe.
Biologically, yes. Yeah.
We're not too
And
far
then,
from the humans,
to-
other than our horns and our tails and our skin.
And our-
Our infernal bloodline versus those types of damage. And anyway, continue.
And then to answer your other question, well, the reason why I like drinking so much is because it pisses off my dad.
Really?
Zulkifli,
Really?
Zulkifli was a staunch believer in not partaking in the mortal pleasures and such as drinking, smoking. Druids are typically not allowed to do most of those as they go beyond our teachings, but I like to do it because it makes him mad.
So you're a rebel. Wow, I did not know that about you. I knew that you like to do your own thing, but rebel. That's very fascinating. And
Pretty much
I'm sure
any-
he still loves you, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Hopefully.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, every time I see him, he always just has this disappointed look on his face.
My mom does that too. Mm-hmm. I think it's just
Oh,
normal
I-
for parents to do that, you know?
Do you think so? I mean, granted, one's adopted, one's by blood, but I mean, effectively the same thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible to please any parent. That's the whole point of parents. And then that's why,
Yeah.
if I were to ever have kids one day, I would bestow upon them unreachable expectations, just like my mother did with me.
Very true.
I want to pass
But pretty
on that
much
family
anything. But pretty much anything that, pretty much any like sort of just something that is like considered a sin, I like to do.
I rock with that, and I'm glad that you live your life for you.
trauma. Any sin? Any sin?
Well, you know the main 7, I think.
I mean,
Gluttony,
Drew,
lust, what is it? Greed, envy,
Wrath,
wrath,
Pride.
and sloth.
Pride. You think? Or did you say sloth already?
Yeah.
Okay, we got them all.
I've watched Full Metal. I got it. Like,
You know what I mean.
I mean, you gotta clarify sometimes.
continue.
Yeah, druids don't have sins; they just have shit they don't fuck with.
I mean, I'm pretty sure them drinking themselves drunk is probably something they don't fuck with.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have your vices. I know that the smoking isn't that great for me, but it helps me focus, so I take it in stride.
I mean, do you have one right now?
Of course. Do you need one?
I don't need one. I just want one.
Oh. Sign me up. She'll go ahead and have her little hand hold it, get it all lit up, and they will enjoy that together for the rest of their watch, I assume.
And he'll like pull out a bottle of wine that he had, pouring her a glass, and they just kind of drink.
They're gonna get
smoke
before the mission ends.
So what you're telling us is when we wake up, the
Mayoki and Emmeline are partying.
It's gonna stink of stale red wine and cigarettes. Great.
Yes.
Yes.
It smells like a bar at the end of the night.
But in the morning. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're butting out their cigarettes in the red wine at a certain point.
Nothing better than a pick-me-up.
Why does it smell so bad in here?
Good morning, team. Let's get up and rolling. And she'll kind of go and trip over Percy as she heads toward this Diablo. Ooh, ow. Ooh, sorry.
That was a good bottle.
Were you both drinking?
No.
Guilty.
Renatus, were you at least keeping watch? Right.
I think he was.
Yeah, I don't know what I expected there.
I think he was just focused on real dangers. Obviously, there were no real dangers in the hut.
Yeah. All right, everyone check for pustules.
Are we doing another pustule check?
We should. It's like when you wander through the forest, you should always check for ticks. You don't check for ticks when you went into the forest?
I have a full body setup. My setup's designed to be to not allow liquid through the seams, therefore it wouldn't allow an insect.
Last time I found a tick on my body, I just clenched my fist and it exploded.
You're not. That's really.
What about the head?
Shot out.
Oh.
How big was this tick that it exploded?
I made it pretty big and then it exploded, yeah.
So, okay. Fine.
I have supreme control over my muscles and my blood vessels. I don't think you understand.
Sure, the ladies love that.
They do.
Let's so we're going back to early campaign where I start making inappropriate jokes.
Can I get a D100 from everybody, please?
Sure. I just won off of a perfect roll. The percentage could go up, guys.
I fear that it already has.
Nah.
Oh no.
So at this current moment in time, nobody seems to be infected by the disease.
What about Renatus?
No.
Is he okay?
That's fine. He's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, the tiny hut seems to have done its job. You two need some coffee.
I'm ready.
Yeah, all I need is another pick-me-up and we're good to go.
I expect this from you, Naoki, but Emmeline?
He's very convincing. Great, he made great points to me and really appealed to my mind.
You sure seem happier than you were.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm always enthusiastic.
We're hearing the go there. All right.
Does Diablo see a bottle anywhere?
Yeah, you guys
Yes.
did well. There you go.
Yeah,
we
I mean,
polished that bottle off.
it's yeah.
Great.
And go ahead.
Now, back when I would go on a bar crawl with some fellas, sometimes one of us would need to get real sober real fast. They'd ask me to slap them in the face. Now, it was a 50-50 chance it worked. Either worked or it didn't. But sometimes they'd sober right up, or they would just be really drunk and their face hurt.
I don't subscribe to this.
Now, consider it. We're
that you're
on a mission that is supposed to save this entire city. I feel like 50-50 is some pretty good odds.
Emmeline's gonna run out of that. She's running away. She's creating physical distance with Diablo. She is 6 feet minimum.
Diablo watches Emmeline run out the hut, and then he turns his head to Naoki.
What?
It's worth a shot, right?
Oh, you're gonna slam my face into the ground?
I said slap. Don't be dramatic.
Look, all I heard was 50% of the time it works 100% of the time, and I like those odds.
Yeah, exactly.
Couldn't you just use Lesser Restoration to one of those spells?
Nah.
Slap's free.
We could. Slap is free.
And it hurts.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good deal. It hurting is part of it. How else are you supposed to sober up if you don't got pain to focus on?
Well, I could always just touch my axe against them when it's lit up. That might shock them to sobriety.
What would you prefer, Naoki?
I'd like a slap to the face.
Okay. Front hand or back hand?
Whatever you like.
Whoa.
Diablo rubs his hands together, and they sound dry and coarse. they don't sound nice.
Naoki kind of like puffs out his chest.
And Diablo will just like how you see those slap fights. He just like braces his arm, and then he lines his hand up with Naoki's face, and then just sends it. Not in an effort to mortally wound this man, but he's trying to slap the shit out of him at least.
So Diablo swings, and you hear a.
Ow.
Is no one going to stop this?
He seems to like it, so I mean. Sanasha walks away.
Now, Naoki, do you feel any more sober?
Sorta. I mean, I feel kind of excited. Invigorated?
Ooh.
Do you feel focused?
Yes, I think we shall go. And he'll like drunkenly start marching probably the wrong way that they need to go.
Okay, this way.
Right, I'm turning around. Here we go.
Count from 1 to 10.
Right.
All right.
Diablo's gonna start walking forward, I guess, toward the front of the group.
Emlyn will just meander with the group in a way that is not necessarily strategic, but she has her eyes absolutely peeled for anything on the walls or the ceiling, if it's visible, once we get to the mine.
As we begin walking through Cog Bottom from the collection of warehouses in a group, a door will burst open from one of the nearby houses that have an X on it, and you see a man that has a number of these pustules all across his body that are starting to glow a dull purple, and he like grabs onto your protective gear person and begins to, please help me, I know you can. Starts to like claw at you.
I would like to instantly hit him with fire bolts.
What?
Okay, go ahead.
Hang on. Wait.
13 to hit.
What?
13 hit.
Can I like? Wait, did you say he's clawing onto
Roll
me?
That's
damage.
5
He's like,
damage.
tries to grab onto you.
Can I like jump in front of this firebolt?
Oh my god.
So as this firebolt launches towards this man, Percy grabs the man, turns around, and takes the firebolt in the bag. Does 13 hit?
Yeah, no, 13 doesn't hit Percy.
Deflected off of his armor.
Oh my
What
god.
are we-
Mercy,
what do we do?
watch out.
We can heal this man.
Watch out.
He's gonna.
He's gonna get you sick.
Can I have a diamond, please?
Don't use the diamond on him. We need that for the mine, for our
Look at him.
future.
Look at him.
Look at us.
He's going purple, right?
We're fine.
He's going purple.
Sir,
What are we
I
on
can-
about?
It's gonna
I
take
can
me
give you
time
something.
to grind up the diamonds.
Can I?
And then Naoki will like pull out of his hand a good berry, casting good berry, and then give him the full bushel.
You just gave him a multivitamin.
He's still gonna be able to eat all. He's gonna be dead before he gets to the end. This is terrible. This poor man.
It's not just
Here you go. Here you go.
We're just leaving him.
Yes.
What?
He's glowing purple,
Percy,
right?
we have to
Yes.
go.
Percy,
I did. Can
Percy, it's
We
gonna
can-
take-
firebolt again.
Oh my! It's fine. Stop it! Stop! I'm jumping in front of it again. Stop shooting this man.
Does 15 hit?
No.
So the question is, because this man looks like he's about to burst, does Sanasha is the one who can grind the diamond up, because it needs diamond dust. You can't just use a diamond.
I thought we grinded them all up. I thought that's what you did earlier. I thought you
She
grinded
ground
all
one
up.
because she ultimately
Oh,
grind
okay.
up
My
one.
bad. I presumed you did all of them.
Diablo, what are you doing in this?
Diablo's just kind of watching to see what they do. He's gonna go to stop Emmeline if she tries to cast another firebolt.
Which is exactly what she's gearing up to do. She's getting a different angle. She's going to like the left of Percy right now.
Percy's like trying to drag this man back into his house somehow. I don't know. He's not very strong, but he's trying.
Naoki's just gonna hold up his pearl of power and just be like, "These bitches are crazy," just to restore his spell slot.
You just took a long rest.
Yeah, we took a lot.
Oh, for good Mary. Right, okay. Ignore me. Ignore me.
Right,
Ignore me.
yeah.
Also, you can easily put the man back in his house, but he's just like sobbing, saying please over and over again.
And then I'll just close
Percy,
the
we
door,
gotta,
I guess.
yeah, we gotta let him go, and we don't need to kill him.
That's what I'm saying.
I just don't
Have to
want us
kill
to
him.
get sick. He was
Right,
acting
but-
aggressive. What if there's a symptom that they haven't told us about where they go crazy and they start attacking us like
He
mindlessly?
wasn't. He wasn't. He's just
He
holding
kind of
on
looked
to
like
me.
he was at first.
Well,
He
I
was
mean,
like,
if he would have scratched you and got that soot into your blood, you would have
I'm
been
wearing
instantly affected.
like
"You're
I'm
grinding a
wearing, like,
diamond."
Yeah, she's
Full
grinding
on.
the diamonds right now while y'all are having this discussion.
look at my art. Like I'm wearing breastplate and like I have. You know what? You guys are crazy. You can't just kill a poor man. He did nothing wrong.
You
I just think we need to be
hear
on our
a whistle get blown in the distance, and a number of sun keepers come over and start to intervene. They pull the man off you. They put him back in his house.
Oh.
They close the door.
Bless him.
All of you, stop. You do not understand. If you heal him, the others will come storming out of their houses. Can you heal them all? Can you heal hundreds of people out of their homes right now?
Ugh. No. You could do 2.
Is that worth your lives in exchange in case you need those?
I don't know.
I don't think
Who's
so.
to say?
And I'm glad
Who's to
you're
say?
so wise.
Who's
You know,
to
the Sun
say?
Keepers are some of the best city guards, really, ever that I've encountered. So, full of wisdom. We're gonna go now.
They're gonna look at Percy. It is not your fault that you cannot save them.
He'll just kind of grumble and then continue walking.
Somebody have something to put this ground up diamond in?
Put it in my little
Oh,
satchel.
You can't just put it in your satchel. It has to go in something.
There's a bag of holding.
Well, there's this empty bottle that used to have a lot of liquor in it.
Oh, you kept that?
Yeah,
It's only a small amount of diamond.
well, it fits.
Percy will empty a tinderbox if that makes sense, and then just put it in there.
Okay.
You
have a
turned your
point.
tinderbox into a diamond snuff box, and I
Yep.
love it.
That's what I've got. I've got the diamond dust now. Let's keep note of that.
But that's a good point to make. The Sunkeepers, we can't save all of them unless we stop the source of this. But that doesn't mean we have to kill them. She slaps Emmeline.
I deflect.
And not trying to hurt, trying to do what Diablo was trying to do earlier, but trying to alert her. Do you want me to roll the hit?
Yes.
Roll to hit.
Oh my god. What's my unarmed combat buttons? I'm not in the right section. I wasn't prepared for this. 15. That's
What's
about
your
as low as
armor
I can.
class?
That misses. That misses. That misses. It's 15. My armor class is 15.
Meets it, beats it.
If it meets a hit.
Just it. Just
What?
it.
It grazes you.
No, that means
So,
it hits you.
It does hit you. So as you kind of raise your hands up, instinctively trying to block a hit, it's Sinasha's too fast. Hits you across the cheek. Your neck kind of like your head turns on the axle of your neck from the force. No blood, no wound. Stings a little bit, but your pride hurts most of all.
How dare you? You'll regret that.
Yeah, I will. But I would have regretted you killing that person more. Diablo's right.
Oh, you're gonna regret it big time.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that because I hate you.
No, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with the next person that we encounter. Let's see what happens to them.
You're gonna be completely fine, Emmeline.
Let's find out. I am ready to continue our mission.
You at least seem more focused now.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna keep walking in the direction we were. And she's refixing her mask. Thanks.
Yeah. All that eucalyptus just shifted in the mask.
And so the party
We move.
continues on to the mine. which is outside the bottom level of Cog Bottom and down the cliffside, if you remember correctly. And it seems that the fog and the soot is a little bit heavier at this point.
Yeah, and there's not normally this much fog in Illnerya, right? Like,
No.
is this not? It almost feels reminiscent of like we left the Sangesian Empire with an ever-present mist, and now we're in a city with an ever-present fog. The fog never fades anymore.
Any mushrooms as we're walking? Is there anything I can like examine on the walls? Anything I can? I just want to keep. Okay, I just want to keep my eyes peeled. That's entirely what Emmeline is focused on.
And you begin to move through the mines, and actually you begin to see that there are a number of miners' bodies that are. Think of the castings of humans that found at the gravesite of Pompeii. But these are cracked open down the middle like a cocoon. And there's like a faint purple glow, like embers of a fire inside of some of these.
I think we're getting close. This seems like where the source might be.
Yes, it does seem like that.
And soon enough, you make your way to the altar of Blugorod that you found previously. There are no entrails. No, the blood has long dried up and started to erode away. It doesn't look like there's any cleaning here done. But as you approach the kind of occultist like altar or worship area, you hear a hushed voice. This is not what we agreed to. Destruction is far too rampant. I do not understand why this is what you did, the deal that we made.
I simply sent the agent that you asked for. This allows you to keep doing what you are doing, and your plans may proceed, while those are all distracted by the sickness spread by my underling.
No, it's too much. I do not want this to go on any further.
Oh, but it must go on forward. Otherwise, per the agreement, your life will be forfeit to me. You understand this?
No. It's fine. There's a brief pause as these words are said.
Can I hear like footsteps as well? Like, can I hear two sets of footsteps or just one set?
Well, I'm kind of
I'm trying to determine if
the conversation is still technically ongoing, but I'm allowing you guys to do something if you so choose.
Emmeline would like to try to peek around a corner to like look at the situation. She wants to kind of sneak up and take a look.
Sure. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me, please.
you could have guidance,
Okay.
which is a D4.
Okay, let me roll that. So that's a 17.
17. You look around the corner, and appearing above the stone altar is what can be described as a large eye, as if looking through a rift, surrounded by a multitude of smaller eyes looking through rifts as like tears in space almost. And with their back turned towards you, wearing a kind of a cloak with the hood up, is a figure speaking to it. The eyes are all focused on the figure and like are glowing with this intense purple light. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me, please, Emmeline.
Oh, jeez.
I'm really, really wise. That's a 21.
You
That was a good roll.
feel this rush to your head, like this force attacking your psyche as you gaze upon this entity, speaking upon this, appearing upon this altar. But you are very wise, as you said. You managed to shut your mind off, to wall it off, to ward it mentally, just in time before it's able to do anything to you.
And with that, she'll like pull around the corner. There's something really crazy going on.
What
She'll
is
kind of sketch out in the journal these eyes and show it to the group to remain silent.
Sasha has her axe out. Doesn't touch. She's got her finger on the trigger, but doesn't press it. Yes. And we rush in.
Yup.
Sasha flicks the switch on her axe.
So the party begins to rush in to confront this cloaked figure and the floating massive eyes upon the altar. And what happens next will be a story for another time.
I thought that was coming.
It was. We're having a shorter session today in case there is combat for the next session of Procedure Counters here at Lich Souls, twitch.tv/Lich Souls at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can come and see us next week for the continuation of our story. That's a great session after a 3-week hiatus. I'm going to go ahead and pass it on over to Jeremiah, who plays Diablo Dorado.
Yeah, great session, everybody. Some interesting conversations were had. We're back in Illnerya. That it's not as sunny and lively as we might have wanted it to be, but yeah, we're all deputized sunkeepers right now, trying to solve this disease, and it's looking pretty bad. If I'm going to be completely honest, this is a bad situation, and we gotta, I'd love to figure out who that person in the cloak is. I hope it isn't somebody who tried to make good with us in the past, but failed at their goals and is now resulting to worse methods. That'd be terrible. But yeah, with that, I'll pass it over to Guy, who plays Sanasha.
Yeah, it was a really interesting thing going back to the city where all of this started, Illnerya. The place where the Veiled Vanguard became the Veiled Vanguard, seeing evolution of Sergeant Matthias, but also seeing the city in this state is really shocking. But the fun thing about going back to a city you were before is having those moments where you realize that an unresolved potential arc. We dealt with the architect, but we didn't deal with the mastermind behind one of our first adventures. And seeing that there was actually a hint all the way in session 3's journal. That's how far back that the note of us finding the name of the Prince of Madness goes. So we're at session 62, and we go back to session 3 to develop and change the world as the events that are caused by the Veiled Vanguard working with Contrast start to spread out across the world, potentially. But lovely session. Glad to be back after our little bit of a break because of Chicago and other things, and happy to play with it and happy to see where we go next. I'm going to pass it on to Josh, who plays Percy.
Yep. Cool session. Love Illnerya, not liking the vibe though that we got currently. Yeah. I don't really have much to say other than to echo stuff. I am worried about Emmeline at the minute. She's kind of going a bit cuckoo, trying to kill us and people and then threatening Sinasha. Excited to see where that goes, but also kind of not, because I don't want to get fireball to the face at this moment in time. That's not something I want to deal with. But no, with that, I guess I'll pass it on to Chloe, who plays Emmeline.
Yeah, you know, we've all seen Evelyn's temper. It comes and goes. She'll get over it, I'm sure. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Quite a fiery temper.
Yeah.
Not the first time that Sinasha's pissed off Emmeline.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, it'll be fine. Nothing bad will happen, I'm sure. Really fun session today. And, you know, despite Emmeline not enjoying being in Illnerya anymore, I, the player, am very excited. And it's like Guy said, it's very interesting to see how things tie together and the continuation of the lore because of our biggest brain, DM. Thank you. Thank you for all of your conspiring, right? And thank you to the fellow role players. You guys make this obviously super dynamic, super fun. Love being here every week. The break was long and miserable, so I'm glad to be back. And that's all I have. So I'm gonna pass it over to Isaac, who plays Naoki.
It was a really good session. It was fun watching a cat fight and then also just being slapped in the face. I feel like there's like a lot of humorous bits despite the impending plague upon this city. I'm very curious to see how we are going to deal with that and if this eyeball is associated with that. But you'll just have to find out next time on Wednesday. But with that, I will pass it back over to Michael, our DM.
Thank you so much there, Nick.
And our DMs.
Thank you so much to everyone who was in part of tonight's session, whether audience member or cast member. We'll see you next week here at twitch.tv/LichSouls at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here for the following continuation of our story. You can also join us for our next Q&A session at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the same Discord channel that we've been at forever. Be sure to join our Discord for a variety of communities. Welcome back to RuneScape, Lich Souls Gaming as well, and Sea of Thieves. And we'll love to have you for our Overwatch matches as well and anything else that we play. Until next time, bye!